Good morning and welcome to France, and we are at our first park of a trip that I'm calling my improvised Coaster Odyssey trip. Basically, I don't know where I'm going to be in the next couple of days. I'm just over here in Europe, taking it day by day, going to as many theme parks as I can, and of course, I landed in the nearby Paris Beauvais Airport, so this is an easy enough park to get to. It's got a few roller coasters, a few very interesting ones, including a family gravity group wooden coaster, and already this park just has the strangest vibe of any park I've been to. Let's go check out some rides. The vibe we immediately get is just strange characters, strange cartoonish theming. It's a nice looking park though, to be fair. Wow, okay, so we've walked around here, and this is the Parc's Dino Disco coaster. And wow, this is not what I expected. This is really well themed, and it's neat and tidy around here. I'm liking it. Wow, this looks great. Not usually a fan of those models, but we might have to give that one a ride. Here's the coaster that puts this park mainly on the map. This is Wood Express. It is a gravity group family scale wooden coaster. I've heard these things are actually really good, so let's go find out. Okay, here we go. Wood Express, interestingly, has a second train. I didn't know it was capable of loading more than one train. But the arms of the angel fly away. There you go, my sunglasses. You just witnessed the death of an era. Damn, that was a cool little layout. Got a good bit of airtime in it. Unfortunately, that's tragic. Oh well. I'd like to ride that in the back because that's got good airtime on it. Okay, Wood Express. First thoughts, I need to go back immediately because in the front row, that had a good amount of airtime moments. They were like kind of mid-floater though. So I think this ride in the back could be something kind of special. We're going to give it a go and see how that turns out. I'm still just kind of mourning those sunglasses. If you know, you know, those sunglasses have been everywhere, man. Wow, what a way to start off the trip. We're going to have to get ourselves a new pair. There we go in the background. This is a solid little coaster. I'm kind of still just processing that. It was very, very smooth. Lots of airtime moments. This thing's just airtime hill after airtime hill. Yeah, that was incredible. Alright. Back row reaction on Wood Express. I think this could be the road to be in. This is an airtime. This thing's got the airtime moments. Do they deliver? Let's find out. I'm actually kind of excited. Here we go. Whoa! Woo! Oh my god! It actually kind of does. Okay, that thing actually kind of has some decent floater. That's really fun. It's so back-to-back airtime. It's kind of, you could call it repetitive, I guess, but it's good. So who's to complain? And it's very smooth too. Okay, that is definitely a back row ride. In the back, that airtime is really solid. Really, really solid. Very smooth ride. It's kind of just back-to-back-to-back airtime hills followed by turn around and go into more back-to-back-to-back airtime hills. There's one at the end that I really liked where it goes from just a little airtime hop into a big kind of drawn out one, and it works really well because you get that little blast and then a big drawn out sustained floater moment. It's paced very well. I like it. I don't think it'll be like top 25 or anything, but very solid fun coaster. I'm a big fan of that. We're gonna go see what else this park has to offer. There's 5 other roller coasters here, which are all very interesting models. But there's also the log flume, and I'd like to ride that disco coaster. Plenty to see. Right, so we are definitely going to return to this area of the park because it is so pretty. The flume and the disco coaster are definitely going to happen. It looks like there's a haunted house attraction up here behind this chair swing. But we're going to go and check out the rest of the roller coasters first. I don't expect any of the others to be any good, but there's some weird and quirky models that should be fun to experience, so let's go have a look. I just love this ride model. I've seen one before at Seoulland in South Korea. They're not that interesting as a ride, it's just the face. The face makes the whole thing. Why? Why does it look like that? It's actually quite a nice little setting here, just on this little lake. I guess you'd call it a canal more than a lake. Very interesting. We're heading around this way. I'm going to stop and get this Zamperla spinning mouse here. But around there is the Parc's Wild Train. Now, I haven't seen if it's running yet, but that is a coaster model that I'm curious to see. Is it really a spinning mouse if you don't enter through a giant block of cheese? Who is this? What is going on? These characters are insane. Okay, this is actually my first time on a spinning mouse by Zamperla. All of the other spinning mice I've been on have been rubber shocks, so let's see how this goes. I'm in a car all by myself, so you could end up a bit dizzy here. I also don't like this being like that. Absolutely no trims. Interesting sensation. Oh no, they put the trims up. Alright. Pretty standard wild mouse so far. Here we go. Woo! What are you doing? Right. We're gonna spin it all. Oh yeah, we are. Oh. Woo! Oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa. Damn. Oh, you can get some real cheap pulls up on this thing. Oh. Woo. Whoa, janky little finish. Whoa. Okay. That was actually a lot better than the Revachon ones. That was actually kind of good. Now, if I had to pick a second most anticipated credit at this park, it would be this over here. This is the Parc's Wild Train. Not as famous as its bigger brother at Phantasiana in Austria, but these things, look, they're janky as hell, but they're meant to have some pretty wild forces. So let's find out exactly what's in store for us here. Alright, interesting start. This is the train design. Very low riding seat with lap bar and seat belt, but like there's no leg room in here. Weird. Alright, we're off. My very first roller coaster by Parc's. Weird janky lift hill. Wow. That was outrageous. Not in a good way like I've heard Fantasiana's Wild Train is, but in a just baffling way. Like it's just pure jank. I will say I'm very glad that I decided to sit towards the back of the train, because that first drop actually has solid airtime. I'd call it nearly ejector, but after that the ride either does not very much or just absolutely thrash it. Like, that's a whiplash risk. That thing has some laterals that cannot be safe for the complete lack of upper body bracing that you have. Man, that thing's look, I don't want to say Russians are bad at building roller coasters, but maybe they are. Right, there's one more coaster I'm going to check out before we do some other rides, because I'm leaving the kiddie coasters for last. We have a Vekoma roller skater over here with a bit of a short layout by the looks of things, so I don't know. I feel like this could be a bit mid, but let's give it a go. It is a bit of a Vekoma goodness for us. Junior coaster. I've been on a few of these before, but this one, I do not recognize this layout at all. This is an interesting one. Bizarre. It does 2 laps as well. Okay. Nice little helix. Bit of straight track. Not that best layout. Oh! Lap 2. Give it the front facing POV this time. Okay, the Vekoma roller skater Aero Train, I believe was its name. It's not a very good one. Quite rough and rattly. and the layout just doesn't do anything, even by a roller skater standard. So that's probably one of the weaker Vekoma Junior coasters I've been on. We're gonna go check out the merch shop because I need a replacement pair of sunglasses now. Thanks very much, Wood Express. And I probably also need a hat because it is a very sunny day. So we're gonna see what the merch prices are like. Maybe we can pick something up. All right, hat acquired. Unfortunately, no sunglasses. They did have a good little merch collection for a park of this size. Reasonably enough price, like a little expensive, but that's kind of what you expect when you visit a theme park. I did notice that every single thing in the merch shop had a security tag on it. Even like key rings and stuff had security tags on them. I'm like, wow. I wonder if they do have a big problem with shoplifting here. I don't know, but that seems maybe even a little bit overkill. I don't know. Just something I noticed. Look at this, we've got boat rides out on the lake. This is really nice. Got this little hopping bunny rabbit ride. Now this is a ride that I had seen before. I think I saw it in someone's vlog. It's just like a little self-propelled flume for kids. There's no ride operator here. The kids just get in and the boats just flow around in a circle. Very interesting concept. All right, we're gonna have a go on the flume. Let's see how we go. It is yet another dinosaur themed flume. Wow, that came all the way out here. That's a big splashdown. We might be in for a soaking. Oh, well, that's horrifying. Got a really, really well themed little entrance going on here. Some dinosaurs through there. Got caves. Damn, this is taking me by surprise compared to the rest of the park. I tell you what, you can tell this area is newer and had the most attention paid to it. Oh my god, there's just a waterfall and I'm gonna have to walk. Oh wow. Okay. Thanks, man. That waterfall just soaks you as you come through the queue. I'm supposed to wait till we get on the ride for that. Okay. This is looking like it's going to be a very wet log flume. But we are off. There's a lot of water inside the boat. My butt is already wet. Okay. Oh, straight into... Is this the main drop? Oh no. Oh, yes, that is quite wet. Lucky it's a nice warm day here in France. Oh my goodness. Turns out the waterfall not only wets the queue. Oh dear. Oh wow, they're really showing no mercy. Up there with the wetter log flumes I've been on so far. Of course, nothing like Valhalla just yet, but here we go, the bigger lift. At the top of the conveyor again. And we get a nice view over the area before we get absolutely drenched. Here we go. Oh my god. That was actually a really good log flume. I like that a lot. This side of the park clearly has more recent investment, a bit more money put into it, and it shows, and it looks good. So here is the other major ride in this, what I would call a small dinosaur themed area. Zamperla Disco Coaster. Like I said, not usually a fan of these, but I think just the theming alone necessitates a ride. Dino Disco, let's go. Alright, we're on the Zamperla Disco, riding a little dinosaur. I'm gonna name him Tim. Let's go. Alright, we're off. Never been a fan of the seating position on these. I think it's a bit uncomfortable. But this one looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, here we go. Oh, not quite over the edge. Yeah, come on. One more swing. Let's go. Come on. Oh no. It's taking its time. Definitely able to push back on my restraint at the moment. I'll trust you, Zamperla. Alright, not my favorite ride model in the world, but I've got to admit, this one looks fantastic. This definitely would be the best I've seen of a Zamperla Disco Coaster themed. We're going to finish off our time in this section of the park by doing another lap on Wood Express, because I think between those three rides, the Flume, the Disco, and Wood Express, this, if this was the park, I would be blown away by it. You can see where the rest of the park is kind of trailing behind. After this, I want to go and check out this, like a, I don't know if it's like a mirror maze or a haunted house or something over there. We're going to check that out because, you know, it could be worthwhile. And we've got 2 Kiddie credits to suck it up and get in line for as well. So we'll do that next as well. on Wood Express in the front row again. And I have to say, it really is just the Gravity Group's best work in miniature. Like, probably the only thing that doesn't rank it up there with Cuchulainn and Leviathan for me is that it's smaller and the forces are weaker. It's exactly the same. That it's got that great pacing that Gravity Group always has. It's got the great flow to airtime. It's got one moment that's slightly rough. That seems to be a thing as well. Like they have there's just one moment in the ride that for some reason is not as smooth as the rest. And this one, it's the last kind of 180-degree bank turn, jolts quite a lot. But other than that, this ride is fine. It's very, very smooth. Wood Express is a thumbs up. I don't know where I'll rank it yet. I'm not saying top 25, but I'd like maybe top 30, top 40. You know, it's decent. So this over here is our next destination. This one's an interesting one. Zamperla Minnie Mouse, called Minnie Mouse Cartoon. So, look, we're not expecting much. This park is really bizarre. There's just a moose. Why? I don't know, it's just a moose. He's just there. And then the Minnie Mouse ride has a train and gingerbread people. One of them is Santa Claus, clearly. What is going on? You know, I've always thought that the Zamperla Minnie Mouse was a really weird ride model, but after having been on one, I can kind of see where they're coming from. Like, just taking a wild mouse and toning it down to kiddie level, I could see myself enjoying that as a kid. That was not too bad. We'll take it. There's one more coaster to get, but I just want to explore some of these playgrounds and areas around this lake because this park is so much prettier than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty modest in scale, but like you've got the lakeside, the boats on the lake, all these beautiful green trees. It's an absolutely gorgeous park. I love it here. I actually had low expectations and I've been blown away. There's just goats. They've just got goats hanging out here that you can go in and you can feed the goats. This is so cool. I love this park. I actually really like this park. Look, I've really got to give Parc St. Paul its due because I had low expectations, and that's probably because I'm not really the target audience for this park. Other than Wood Express, the rest of the coaster lineup is not really for me. This park is a family park through and through, but as a family park, it is beautiful. It's got a good mix of rides, playgrounds, and different activities like the goat petting zoo. Like, that's just so unique and cool. I really like this park. I've heard negative reviews. I think that they're all wrong. This is a great little park, and while coaster enthusiasts might not have the best time here because there's not that much to do, I love this place. I would 100% take my kids here. Got a beautifully landscaped little water ride area here. We've got the swinging pirate ship to go with it. All of this still on the side of the lakes, by the way. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. last roller coaster of the day was La Palme, the Parc's Wacky Worm, and that was the best Wacky Worm I've been on. That was really well put together. They've got the first one I've been on that has the Big Apple, and not only that, they had mist effects inside the Big Apple. Like, that's so cool. That is so cool. I love that. I'm very impressed with this park. It's got a level of quirk to it that is just fantastic. I love how odd this place is. It's brilliant. I'm very happy that I got to come here. We're gonna go on Lapwood Express. I have to do it. You know I have to do it. And we'll see if there's anything else that catches our eye while we're walking around. I definitely want to think about doing the haunted house actually first. Let's maybe head there. Okay, so it looks like what we actually have over here is some of these are temporary walk-through attractions that run at certain times during the day. This one's called Bubble World. There's a mirror maze over here. This is giving off haunted house vibes, but I'm not sure if there actually is a haunted house or not. Giant skeleton over there. There's got to be a haunted house, surely. I don't think there is. That's a little bizarre that there's just haunted stuff everywhere. Let's go to the mirror maze then. Oh, my mistake, there is. It's just like hidden here in the corner. So this is the haunted house. Keep in mind that the toilets are also horror themed. What is going on, guys? That actually scared me.
Tous mes aïeux, j'en perds la tête.
Oh, yuck. What? That's disgusting. That haunted house was so strange. Like there was bits that were actually genuinely good jump scares. Like they got me. Sometimes the animatronics worked, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes the effects were a little bit cheesy. But there were some bits that were actually a little bit scary and gross. That was kind of not what I was expecting that to be. Right, haunted house done. There's also a mirror maze, but it looks a bit small. There's something up there that's 3D. Maybe I'll check that out. But for now, I'm going to see what the park has to offer in terms of food, and then we're going to go for a few laps on Wood Express. All right, so we got the meal. We got the chicken burger, we got the fries, and we got a beer. And this was all 12 euros, which is not too bad at all. All right, food review, pretty good, solid. Especially the burger. The chicken on the burger was really good. The fries, mid. But for 12 euro, including a beer, that's not too bad. We're heading over back towards Wood Express, of course. While we're there, though, I do want to catch some shots of something that I won't talk too much about in this vlog, but maybe just a little bit, because I think it's important to talk about the elephant in the room here. So you might have noticed over there the standing but not operating coaster behind the walls. That's another PAX creation called Formula One, and unfortunately it has had multiple tragic incidents on that ride and has now been standing there not operational for a few years. So yeah, interesting to see that there. Man, I really do like Wood Express. I got a middle row ride, and I think it loses quite a lot in the middle because you don't quite get the airtime, and you notice the roughness a little bit more, like gravity grips. Inherently a little bit rough, but in the front or back, this is a coaster that contends with some of my favorite thrill coasters. I think it's fantastic. Well, what a fantastic day we've had here at Parc St. Paul. It is a lovely warm day. We've gotten 5 laps in on Wood Express. Unfortunately, I did experience some maintenance downtime right after my 5th lap, so I'm taking that as my cue to go because I'm also getting quite sunburnt. I did not anticipate the weather today very well at all, so we're gonna have to get back to the Airbnb and sort that issue out. But I am very impressed with this park. It is absolutely beautiful. And I think particularly this area, the Dinosaur area, is an encouraging sign that there is investment happening here. I believe it's been a few years now, but hopefully if this kind of investment can continue into the future, this park has a bright future. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I would definitely come back if they build something of a decent scale again. That's gonna wrap up this vlog. There'll be plenty more coming. I don't know what parks they'll be from, but there'll be plenty more vlogs coming from around Europe, including some Coast Odyssey episodes. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. From Parc St. Paul, goodbye. Is that Jesus on top of that rock? What the hell?